Hmm. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out what's going on as last night I was doing my stream and got cut by YouTube saying that I had content that was against TOS because it was copyright, which is interesting. I'm not sure. We'll just go with it as it is and just say, "Hi, I'm John for today," and sort of do a mix of yesterday and today with That's My Time. You see, it's April 19th, Sunday. And although we missed out on Saturday, I would say that normally we speak about health on Saturday. My health has been going plainly. I had been gaining weight, and that has been a bit of an issue for me. I don't want to do that. I've been hovering at over 190 pounds, which is heavy for me because 180 was like the point in which I'm like, I'm getting big, and that's no good. So, being 190, I would like to fix that. I might have to cut back on drinking. I have been drinking multiple times in the week because of doing Jackbox, and as part of like an entertaining stream, I tended to get a little tipsy, so it's a good time. Nothing wrong with that, but not necessarily good for my figure. I'm getting a little rotund due to the beer, I believe. Also, I do need to start active lifestyle, that sort of thing. So I'm probably going to try to do some things that are a little bit more calorie spendy than sit on my buddy. Um, on a more generic note, the store in which I work at has decided that mask wearing is going to be mandatory as of Monday, which is uh, pros and cons. We've got the fact that, yes, now we have finally decided that we are getting serious about this. Everybody's got to be wearing masks. Con, they've only provided us one mask, and it is of mediocre quality, and they don't plan to provide us any other masks. So it means it's all on us to provide our own masks. And what they are allowing is limited, which could be a problem for some people. Um, I know that people who I am friends with, not working at my store, but at a different store of the same brand, uh, had tried to wear a painter's mask, and that was not allowed. Um, However, they can wear the bandanas, which, to my knowledge and to the knowledge of people who are more knowledgeable than I, is effective. So, not a bad thing necessarily. You can get access to something, two layers of cloth, wrap it around your face, and you'll be good. So that's good. So that puts us in a better position for protecting ourselves, and that's always somewhere we want to be. Um, for channel progress news, we have 3 new videos of dungeon runs that I've uploaded, and that was a little bit more of a challenge than I anticipated it being. Just because I got some really special groups. Um, I did dungeon runs in Final Fantasy XIV with the Duty Finder feature, which is just kind of puts you with a random group of people who are also wanting to do either that dungeon or just a random dungeon that is going to give them a decent amount of experience. So when doing that, I was grouped with in the first one a decent group, um, and everything was going fine until I crashed halfway through, which sucks, and I didn't want to keep that footage, so I went and did it again. The second group, the tank decided to go AFK, and then one of the DPS decided to go AFK. And so myself, a healer, and a DPS just kind of did the first third of the dungeon by ourselves, and it went well enough. It's just not exactly the ideal circumstance. Um, I'm guessing that like the earlier dungeons are not nearly as difficult, so it's easier to do something like that. But I saved that footage and I printed that footage just because it seemed like a functional run. The third run I tried to do went far less good. The tank that we got did not know the dungeon, which is fine if he were to listen. And I would give directions without hesitation. However, I don't think he was able to read chat because he didn't have his enmity aura on, which is causes you to generate threat. As a tank, it makes you more appealing to be attacked by the monsters, which kind of is the base premise of being a tank. You want the monsters to want to attack you. So he didn't have that on, and therefore nothing wanted to attack him, and instead was just attacking whoever it felt like until we all wiped and had to go back to the beginning. This happened multiple times, and on the second time, I just was like, when we wipe, I resurrect back at the entrance. There's the door. I'm out. And decided that's enough of that. I did, however, get that dungeon run done successfully with the help of Tandon and Kortoth, whom tanked and DPS'd for me so that we could get a decent run recorded. And I appreciate that. I'm very grateful for their help. I'm probably going to have to rely on them in the future again, too, so I don't have that happen again. It is what it is, though. In gaming news, so there was a Games Done Quick coronavirus relief charity stream that happened. It was Thursday, I believe. I wrote this down because I didn't actually get to watch it. But last I checked, the stream had raised over $179,000 for coronavirus relief, and that is awesome. Any amount of charity work for coronavirus relief is heartening. It makes me happy to see that going on, especially in the gaming community. If you're not familiar with Games Done Quick, they do speed runs and they have an event yearly in which they do basically it's a charity event for various charities. I do not know the individual charities, but I do know that they've done a lot for charity streaming in the gaming community in speedrunning. So check them out. I'm definitely thinking that they are amazing people, and I appreciate all the work they do. Cyberpunk 2077 leaked a Xbox that was a custom Xbox for Cyberpunk 27. It looks all right. Kind of looks to me like the Borderlands chests, not the sitting chests, but the standing locker chests, the yellow and yellow and gray ones. And it's cool. I'm not sure that I would go out of my way to get it, but some people who are much more of a fan with money than me might be interested in something like that. I thought it looked all right. I can't justify getting a whole new console for that. Theoretically, Cyberpunk is coming out in June. That's definitely going to be the game I get for June because I really like the genre of Cyberpunk, and Cyberpunk is literally the early adopter of that genre. That's hence the name. So I'm definitely going to check that out when it comes out. I think that's going to be a big deal when it comes out. It's already kind of a big deal in news. People are all talking about it as more is released about it. Other random thing, Cooking Mama. If you're not familiar with that series, Cooking Mama Cookstar came out recently, sort of. There was a lot of drama involving it because it had problems that caused it to melt the Switch, like overheat the Switch a lot and damage it, and that was bad. So they took it off the store. Now it's turning out that it did not go through the quality control of the company who owns the Cooking Mama franchise, name and was not released with their permission. So that's fun. It's also like this was released on Nintendo Store, right? So that's kind of a big like slip up that occurred. It's like releasing like a major title because Cooking Mama is kind of popular in the right crowd. So it's super like surprising to see something like that. There was some rumors that it was because the reason it was overheating was because it was farming Bitcoin on people's switches, but that was false. To the best of my knowledge, if it turns out that was right, that would be even crazier. That would be lit like levels of insane that I'm not really ready for. um, I have a little bit more time here. I guess we'll talk about in animal news. I have started walking Hawk early in the morning. Normally, he's just like a backyard dog. We go out with him for a walk every now and then, but I think I'm going to do that regularly as part of my exercising routine to keep myself in good shape. I actually did that this morning. It was a good time. We went like 15 minutes walking, and then we ran back, like walk as far as we could in 15 minutes, and then run back. And he had a good time with it. He did. He's pretty good about not tugging. He's good at staying with you. But at one point in time, he walked around one of those cement like light poles where I'm trying to stay on the sidewalk and he's walking in the grass, and I'm like, no, don't go around that way. And I moved my hand to try to get him to come around, and he like sprints in the opposite direction real fast all of a sudden and drags my hand against the cement of the light pole, and I'm thinking, oh no, but he realized real quick that he's not getting any slack, and he gave up on that. It surprised me more than it hurt me. It just like, I'm glad he has the harness, and not I put the harness on him, not the collar, because I didn't want to choke him or anything. But he other than that had a good time, and he was a very good dog. uh, um in terms of cooking, since technically it's Sunday and I should be talking about cooking as well, I have been doing a lot more baking at work recently. That's great. I'm moving up in the world, I think, in terms of just in my department, whatever. Uh, we made like hoagies and various loaves of bread, and like I like prepped them, took the actual dough and like dipped it into cornmeal and put like the oats on top and set them on the trays and all that, and made sure that they were like not going to fall apart when they went in the oven, that sort of thing. Wasn't like going through the entire process, but it still felt like I'm doing a part of this that is meaning that I am more involved. So cool. I also made buttercream, like from buttercream, the icing base that they have. And that was kind of interesting to see, just watching this huge mixer machine just devastate this block of what is probably just powdered sugar and something else, just getting like crushed until you add a bunch of other stuff, and then it becomes buttercream, and that's, I mean, delicious, obviously. I'm not like a huge buttercream fan, so eating an entire like uh, like 40 pounds of buttercream, probably not in my future. But I mean, there's an option now. Now I know how to make about 40 pounds of buttercream. So in the event that I'm like, I would like to eat 40 pounds of buttercream right now I can do that because I know how to make it. But I will have to see if like what new things I learn coming up. I'm looking forward to that as well. It looks like we've managed to make it through the entirety of everything I was going to say without it giving me any copyright strike. So that's a positive. I'm going to do one more thing, and that is show you the thing that I was about to show you before that happened yesterday. I just got in some things that I have not opened up yet. This is going to be a poll of some sort. Yeah. Oh my. Yes. So this is a poll stand. You see this. I've got 2 of them. They're going to be set up here and here behind me, and there's going to be a pole in which I can change the length of, and some clips for a green screen. So that's going to be super cool. I have no idea how I'm going to make good use of it yet. I have some ideas, but now I have that in, and I think that will help my setup in a lot of good ways. I'm looking forward to it. For now, I think we will see you guys next stream. And good luck. Have fun.